Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Oh my.
Did you travel back in time to stop me buying 3D print and destroying Games Workshop?
No, by Harad. GW is moving all your elves to Legends next week. So why did you come back to the past? I spent the next 50 years arguing online if 3D printing and ever-rising prices would be the end of Games Workshop, and you know what? I decided to use my time for something more productive. I just printed my own models, way cheaper than the outdated and absurdly overpriced originals.
Yeah, but it's not mainstream. Those are vintage sculpts no longer produced or limited editions. The real money comes from endless space marines and frugal hobbyists like you. You're not the target audience, honey. I can't even imagine who actually buys this overpriced Games Workshop plastic.
But Warhammer is for everyone. That's what it says on their website. Sure, for everyone. As long as you are rich and old enough. Old? Come on. Most of us got into the hobby as teenagers. By the way, that was in the comments when you first picked up a mini. We are curious how old you were when you started this hobby. True, but these days teens are into other stuff. TikTok, consoles, anime, all the fast dopamine hits. No terrain setup or rulebook reading required. When was the last time you saw someone under 18 at a tournament? And Henry, I know you're watching this. I'm from the future, and let me tell you straight, that show you made, it scared off more players than it attracted. You really shouldn't have added transgender space marines. Well, it's all because of GW pricing. If they lowered the price of their boxes, young folks would come back. Just make it cheaper. No, that's not happening, and that's not just because of price. Look closely. What we call tabletop hobby has turned into something like golf or horseback riding. Comics collected by grown-ups. A single copy now costs more than diamond armor in Roblox. Trading cards? Same thing. Kids only get to look at them through the glass in their dad's study. Even Lego revenue from adult sets is now bigger than from kids' lines, and the trend is growing. Yeah, but you can't 3D print a horse or a golf course. You can print minis. That matters. No, it doesn't. For most players, price hasn't mattered in years. The audience is aging, and income grows with age. And when you have money but have no time, you don't want the mess with printer, glue, and acetone. You want to walk into a store and buy everything ready to go. Fast, easy.
And what happens when this audience just dies of old age? Turbo game producers do not worry about the aging audience. Demographic trends in post-industrial nations, Europe, the United States, and the Asian tigers, show steady gerontogenesis. Thanks to modern healthcare and stable pension system, life expectancy keeps rising while fertility rates fall. This shifts age demographics towards 35 plus age group, people with bigger income and fewer obligations and chores, especially with fewer kids per household. Automation and migrant labor reduce time spent on manual work, and that saves time for high-effort hobbies like wargaming. This makes tabletop as a form of complex, multi-level leisure activity with a high barrier to entry a perfect fit for mature consumers. From a behavioral economics perspective, this segment is the financial backbone of companies like Games Workshop, who thrive in a premium niche amid shifting demographics. This isn't a crisis, this is a stable, affluent, and steadily growing market, and Games Workshop knows it. Yes, I'm a golden demon level miniature artist with a master diploma of international relations and foreign policy. Deal with it.
Come on, there are tons of indie brands beyond GW, Same On, or AMG, cheaper and of decent quality like Trench Crusade. Have you ever been commissioned to paint anything from Trench Crusade? Not yet. No, not once in 50 years. But there has to be some light at the end of the tunnel, right? Or is our hobby really going to die out with us of old age? It's not all doom and gloom. Comics replaced by manga, it's cheap, mainstream, and speaks the language of the young. Trading card games move to mobile apps. Role-playing games like D&D going through a full-blown renaissance thanks to free access and pop culture's 80s survival. But war games? I don't think I can agree with you. To be fair, GW is trying to entice kids into the hobby through books. Parents buy them urgently, and kids start learning about universe to eternal war straight from the cradle. Over the past 50 years, I have only seen memes about those books. Look, the competitors are not lagging behind. War Machine switched to 3D printing straight out of the gate. Infinity combines metal and plastic like a pro. The problem is that their marketing budgets don't even come close to GW's. For most outsiders, Warhammer is the only gateway into wargaming. And to break through that gate, competitors need to maintain quality and pay licensing fees, all for the attention for a steadily aging audience. But GW is trying, Kill Team, Warcry, Underworld, their great entry points. Affordable, simple, small model range. Sure, but there is a charm behind those entry points. Those games have a ceiling. At some point, players have to naturally graduate into the big war games, where veterans with decades of experience and a competitive mindset are waiting. It's obvious that newcomers feel overwhelmed and that gap only keeps growing. And yet, in this cyberpunk future of breakneck speed and 50-second dopamine addiction, war games remain a quiet refuge. Photography didn't kill painting, cinema didn't bury theater, and cyberpunk will not replace painting miniatures and playing with plastic soldiers on a table. Exactly. The future of the hobby is in the hands of the players themselves, and that is why we started this channel.
You know, I have realized something today. There is no point in fighting over 3D printing or overpriced minis in the comments. None of it will change Games Workshop and none of it will change the community, so it's time to stop wasting my time on pointless nonsense. Finally, my mission is complete. You stopped raging online, matured as a person, and even made some money. Time to return to the future. What have they done to the Sanguinary Guard? Where are the wings? That was their whole visual soul. I'm writing a full comment to Games Workshop, every single word of it. No, not again. Fuck!
Oh no, gringue!